My name is Jasper Leclerc. I'm a violin teacher, jazz and pop. And jazz and pop is way too limited. That's everything except classical music. My background has been kind of the same. I played a lot of years in a string quartet called Zap 4. And with that quartet we zapped literally from style to style. And of course I don't know every style of music, but I do know how to research the music. The violin is very suitable to play all kinds of music. Of course, in the world there are all kinds of styles and all kinds of folk music where the violin has a part. So there's the evidence, so to say. And for the music which you think, oh, how can you play drums on a violin? You can play drums on a violin. If you analyze the drums doing boom, tak, you can play it. And then you play drums on the violin. So you take the function of any instrument and you try to translate it into the violin. And that's actually a very important translation. I will learn the students that they can play any instrument on the violin. And the benefit of that process is that I will make a different choice if I want to sound like a trumpet than somebody else. So there we are building our own musical identity. When you want to do an audition for violin or viola, you need to know how to play the violin in a certain extent, and you need to know you need to play music for 25 minutes. The songs you play are different in style or different in tempo and key, so we get a good idea of your capabilities, and from there we will try to see if someone is developable. But the main important thing we will look for is if the student has a relation to improvised music. And this improvised music is very broad. It can be pop, rock, jazz, Balkan, free jazz, anything. When you're studying violin, you will learn how to play your instrument, and you will learn how to relate your music to anything but music. Part of the course, I will arrange student concerts with the idea that once we get out of the building, out of this conservatory, that's part one, to go out and be in real life. And we will, for instance, come to the bookstore, then we will play a concert which is about music and text. And we went to the art house, film house, so we will play music and film. And I will assign the students, but they are very much challenged to make music in relation to, and that can be anything. The students can be found everywhere. In a music theater, they can be found next to a drawing, playing music. They can make music for cars or for whatever. I say cars because I just had an assignment to make music for cars. And of course they can be found playing music, nice music, the music they like, and which is only about music, but really, yeah, they all have their own voice.